Okay, so we've been living in Siem Reap now for 4 months. Last month, I tracked all of our expenses for the whole month. I'm going to break those expenses down now by category, and I'm also going to include all the incidental costs that we had, even though they're one-off, whatever, because in my experience, there's always some unexpected costs, especially when you're dealing with a family of 3. As I've stated in another video, I did an apartment tour. The rent here is $420 a month, and that includes a cleaner once a week, and Wi-Fi, and gas. It doesn't include electricity. Last month our electricity bill was $200. Now that's pretty high, but the reason it's so high is because we run air conditioning in 2 bedrooms all night, and sometimes in the living room during the day. So that $200 is mainly just AC costs. We drink a lot of coffee. I drink 2 cups of coffee a day. My wife drinks 1 cup. The total cost for that routine, for that coffee routine for 1 month is $135. I have thought about buying an espresso machine and making coffee in the apartment, but there's so many good coffee shops here, and it's a good way to get us out of the apartment. Food-wise, for breakfast, I eat a lot of eggs. Last month we managed to consume 14 packs of eggs, 12 eggs in each packet. Right now you get 2 packs of eggs for $2.60. So that worked out $18 for the month for eggs. For bacon, we had 4 packs of bacon. Each pack is $10. And each pack is about 1 kilo of bacon, which is a pretty good deal. We also eat hash browns for breakfast, $6 a pack. We ate 4 packs of hash browns. For my daughter's croissants from Paris Bakery, that runs us about $30 a month. Her jar of jam that she goes through is about $5. Last month we ran out of croissants 4 times, so we went to the River Cafe and she gets a toast and jam there for $1. Add to that ketchup and butter, that's another $6, and that brings the total for breakfast, including the coffee, to $262 for the month for the 3 of us. Okay, next up for lunch, my daughter normally eats fried rice or fried noodles, and that runs us about $50 for the month. I don't eat lunch, I eat so much for breakfast that it lasts me the whole day. My wife also doesn't eat lunch for the most part. Last month she went out for lunch 4 times with my daughter, twice at Source Cafe and twice at a new cafe she's been going to called Crusar, and each visit was about $8 for the 2 of them. So the total bill for lunch was $82 for last month. Because we've been here for 4 months, we basically now eat at the same 2 or 3 places pretty much every day. And those are Kamai Grill, Tevi's Place, predominantly. I made a separate video about the cost of food here in Siem Reap, and you should check that out for more information about those places. So, last month, we ate at Tevi's Place 12 times, that was $180. We ate at the Kamai Grill 8 times, that was $120. We went out for Indian 4 times. They still have this promotion with 50% off the entire menu. That was $45. That place only works out $11.25 for the 3 of us each time we go. Curry, rice, and a naan each, $11.25 total. We went to Angkor hand-pulled noodles once, that was $21. Jungle Burger twice. They've got the best chicken burger in town so far. That was $36. And Try Me on Tafel Road once, that was $16. We also ordered in twice. Once from Joe's Burger, which is $20, and once from Polo Food, 2 pizzas, which came to $21. We also went to the Kamai House Resort, which is one of our favorite hotels here. The minimum spend is $6 per adult, and you can hang out there all day and use the pool. We ended up spending $30 for the day. on dinner and drinks and stuff like that. So the total that we spent for dinner for 1 month was $488. Total for all meals for the whole month was $830. We spent about $50 on toiletries, toilet paper, toothpaste, stuff like that. Another $50 just on soda water, lime and ice, which is like a nightly routine that we have now. And another $50 on beer and wine. So the total for those incidentals at the supermarket was $150. Okay, cost of water. We get these water jugs. They cost about $5 to buy the container, but then you just bring the empty container back and they'll swap it out with a full one, and this actually only costs 60 cents. Okay, transportation. When we first arrived here, we downloaded the Grab app and we took tuk-tuks and trailers everywhere. You can go anywhere in town for between $1 and $1.50, and that was a really cheap way to get around. But now with the three of us, with the various classes and stuff going on, we were spending about $300 just on tuk-tuks a month. So we decided to rent a scooter. Now, in the UK, I would never do this. I would never rent a scooter, and I certainly would never ride around with my 5-year-old daughter on the back of it. But here, literally 99% of the vehicles on the road are other scooters. So it's a lot safer to do it here than it would be to do it in a Western country, or even Mexico where we used to live. Technically, as a foreigner, you're supposed to get a Cambodian license. Me as a British person, I can convert my British driving license into a Cambodian one for $100. However, the police do not enforce that law here in Siem Reap. I guess in the interests of business, there's a lot of small businesses here renting scooters to tourists, and so I think they don't want to get in the way of that. So that law is not enforced. However, if you were living in Phnom Penh, I'm not sure what the legal situation is there. You might have to get a Cambodian driving license. If you have a driving license from a non-English speaking country, then you need to get it translated, which I think you can do at your embassy. I'm not sure how much that costs, but you need the official translation before they'll give you the Cambodian license. Okay, so the cost to rent the scooter is $100 a month. There were cheaper scooters, but because my wife is 5 feet tall, we had to go for this one, which is the lowest to the ground. And as a result, I look completely ridiculous driving this thing, but it was the only one that she could handle. The $100 a month includes oil changes, as and when you need it. They also said after 6 p.m. they wash all the bikes. So if you want to bring it back, they will wash it for free. They'll also, if the bike breaks down anywhere in town, you send them a WhatsApp, they'll come and fix it. They'll come and take it away and fix it. We've had no problems yet. They gave us 2 helmets. We had to buy a helmet for our daughter, which turns out she's actually pretty fussy when it comes to helmets. We had to go to about 10 different shops, and eventually she found this one she likes. That was $10. The first thing I had to do when I rented the bike was to go and fill it up at the petrol station. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was thinking in my head, okay, how much does it cost to fill up a car? Like $70, $80, so then maybe it's going to be half that. So it was a bit of a surprise that the first time I filled it up, it cost $2.60. And each time I filled it up since then has been less than $3 to fill it up. A tank of petrol will last us a week here. So that takes the total for petrol for 1 month is only $12. We still take tuk-tuks. If it's raining or we go out for a couple of drinks, we'll still take a tuk-tuk, and last month we spent $12. So the total transportation cost for the bike, the petrol, the helmet, and the tuk-tuks came to $136. Which means we're still saving $150 compared with what we were spending on tuk-tuks when we first arrived. Mobile phone costs. A SIM card here is very cheap. We pay $6 each. I use cell card, but I think there are other ones that work just as well. I don't know what the plan includes, but it's way more than we use or that we need. And so that's $12 for the month. The laundry that we use at the end of the road is 50 cents a kilo. For the month, it was $24 for the three of us. Okay, health and fitness. I go to the Anchor Fitness Gym. There's two plans available there. The first plan is either $35 or $37 if you just want to use the equipment downstairs. If you want to go upstairs and use the cardio and the sauna and the showers, you're going to pay $55 a month, which is what I pay because I like to use the sauna. My wife's yoga is $50 for a block of 10 classes at the Baby Elephant Hotel. And last month she went to 20 classes, so that's $100. So the total for both of us, that's $155 for the month for health and fitness. Next up, visa costs. To extend a tourist visa here, basically you can do that at any travel agency. I go to this one called Cam Smile, and that costs $50 per person to extend the tourist visa. Okay, classes. My daughter is now doing ballet twice a week and gymnastics twice a week. Swimming once a week, and of course, she's got her circus class on a Saturday morning. My wife has started to take French lessons. She does French lessons 3 times a week at a language school, and that costs her $38 a month. So in total, for the two of them, that comes to $214 for the month for all those classes. Other costs that we incurred last month for my daughter was we went to Kam Eng Leng, the daycare place. We went there twice. That was $15 a time on iced tea and fried rice, so that's an extra $30. We also have some homeschooling costs. These are pretty cheap. So one of the advantages of being in Cambodia is they have these, well, they call them bookstores. And it turns out that Cambodia have a pretty relaxed attitude to international copyright law, and they have all these books that are basically high quality forgeries of the original, and you get them for peanuts. They start at less than $1 and they go up to about $5, and they often have the British or American price on the back, and then you can compare that with what they're charging, which is less than half. And a lot of them are indistinguishable from the originals. It's only if you really look closely, you can see the printing is not quite as high quality as you'd expect from the original. Sometimes the logo doesn't look quite right or anything, but pretty decent for the price. And we spent $20 last month on various books for our daughter at one of these shops. We also went to the used book shop twice. That was $5 for 2 books from this new bookshop that's open called Bookish. We went to the water park once. That was $8 for her fried rice, water, and the entrance fee. And we went to Gelato Lab once a week, so that was $10 for the month. So the total for the classes and other costs for my daughter was $287 for the month. So I should say, if you have kids and you're planning to enroll them here in a private school, that's going to change your monthly budget quite considerably. Taking the closest international school to where we live, which is the Treehouse International School, I looked at the website on the cost of sending her there, and if you were to take the inscription cost and the monthly cost together and work out what you'd have to pay per month, that would be an additional $460 a month for one kid in private school here. So it's not cheap. We're planning to enroll our daughter in a private school. That'll be next September. So that's going to impact our expenses quite a lot. Next category is clothing. Clothing is ridiculously cheap here. It's one of the industries here is the textile factories. So a lot of the clothing is actually made here. My wife got some new gym clothes. She got 2 new pair of shorts, 1 pair of like long gym trousers, and that was $15. My daughter got a new dress, that was $3. I continue to wear these old vests despite obvious signs that they are falling apart. So on clothing, $18. Random miscellaneous stuff that we paid for last month. I got my hair cut twice. They charge $10 a time, but that includes like the beard. Like I don't even shave myself anymore, I just go there and do it. They do a better job. So $10 for the haircut and the beard. My daughter also decided that she wanted her haircut, but they didn't charge her. So the total for haircuts was $20. There's 2 or 3 shops here that sell like handmade baskets. They make them out in the country and then they sell them in town. We got some baskets for storage and for laundry, to use as laundry baskets. It was $10 for 2 big ones, $6 for 2 small ones, and $4 for 2 very small ones. So that came to $20. Mosquito spray is a necessity. You definitely don't want to get dengue fever if it can be avoided. There's mosquitoes everywhere here. This is the best one that we found. It's got like 95% DEET, which is way higher than the other brands. And this one was recommended to me by the woman that was working in the pharmacy. It seems to work the best. So we go through about a bottle every 2 weeks. So that was $12. I also had to go to the dentist. I got 2 small fillings. They charged $10 for the consultation and $50 for the fillings. So that visit to the dentist was $60. And that brings the miscellaneous category to $112. So if we add everything up for the month, for 3 people, that is $2,500. If you've got any questions about the cost of living here, please leave the question in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it. And please like and subscribe. This is a new channel. It'll really help if we have some more subscribers. It'll really help to grow the channel. Okay, until next time.